Hello, in this video I wanted to talk about code.org, C-O-D-E.org. I teach computer science for grades K through 8, and this is great for computer science teachers, but this site is also amazing to use just within a classroom as a center or as lessons to help children learn how to code. Coding is becoming more and more important for students to learn as the jobs of the future involve a lot of coding, and they keep telling us that there's just not enough students out there who know how to do it for the jobs that are going to be available to them. So I'm going to walk you through how I use code. Code.org is new to me this year as well, since I'm new to teaching computer science, but I use it starting with the itty-bitty kindergartners and go all the way up through 5th grade right now, and then next semester I'll work with middle school. So I'm just going to kind of show you what the lessons are. This site that you're looking at is the home page of the website, and if you can take 5 minutes out of your day and watch this video, right here it says watch this video, it will be a great eye-opening for you if you're not familiar with coding, and I think it would also be great to show your middle to upper age students as well, so they can see the importance of it. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in and let you see what a teacher's site would look like. So I go to, right now it opens to your dashboard and it shows you all of your sections or your classes. And so I'm going to show you kindergarten here. To see the class, you upload your students so that the students, when they log in, they have a special code for their class. And I have it set up where they open directly to their login for their class. It will show them their name, and then it will show a bunch of avatar little pictures underneath for the younger kids, and they learn their picture and they click on their picture and it logs them right in, and it picks up where they left off on their lessons. So I'm going to show you where kindergartners start. I noticed when I started working with kindergarten this year that just utilizing a mouse is a challenge for little kindergartners. So these are the lessons, the kind of the course that you can see. It starts with digital citizenship and teaches you those with a little video. And each new section has a short little video explaining different digital citizen techniques or different things about coding. And then it lets them practice. So the second section here is the sequencing. And this is where they learn to drag and drop their block code. So I'm just going to show you the very first lesson in this. And remember, these are little kindergartners, so we're still learning the mouse, how to use the clicker, how to hold the mouse. And so the directions are here. And then for those who can't read, they can click here and it will read it for them. And my volume's turned off. I apologize. This is click the block. And so we click OK. Then we can do the activity. So they simply want you to click the block, and they get a nice little surprise when they're done. And they can kind of show if they like the puzzle with either a heart or a sad face, but then they learn to click continue, and it goes to the next lesson. And you can see at the top, it kind of shows where they're at on their pace. If they haven't done these lessons before, these will be white, and they will turn green as they go until they get to their finish line. So now here they're dragging and blocking to a target. So they just simply learn how to click and drag. So it just kind of shows you an idea. Now to jump ahead a little bit, which is what I don't recommend for students, but then they have kind of teaching them number sequencing as well, but they have to drag and click to put them in the correct place. Once they have them in the right place, it awards them with their nice little sounds and says that they can move on. So that's kindergarten. Very basic, very simple, but it's at their level. What's nice about code.org is it partners with ISTE as well. So these are all ISTE-based standards and their developmental level. This back to the dashboard again, And I'm going to show you 3rd grade just so you have an idea of how it progresses through the time frame. So again, we start off with an unplugged activity, which you can or can't do. What those simply are more worksheet type based hands-on activities rather than sitting at the computer as well. So you can see in lesson 2, there's a video and they get practice. So the practice that they do, the older they get, they utilize the gaming features that kids like. So we talk about gamifying our lessons. So this is a popular game of Angry Birds. They also do things with the movie Ice Age. They do things with Frozen, Minecraft. So they utilize the games that the kids are used to or familiar with. And it kind of shows them how coding is used to create the games that they play. So for this puzzle, you are to snap all the blocks together and click Run to watch it go. So they have their directions up here, and they can always go back and read them. And then they have their workspace, and they have the blocks here that they can drag. So this one right here is just kind of taking them through the steps. When you're done with your blocks, then you can click Run. The teaching part that I learned with this, just kind of with trial and error, is the step-by-step process. So when kids get frustrated and they can't figure out how to work their code, they can reset it and go step by step, and it simply shows them one step. So it moved forward. You can move a step again, and it shows you your next block. If you wanted to see the whole thing in action, then you click Run, and it'll do all of yours. It'll do your whole code to see if you did well. You always have a chance to replay or to continue into the next puzzle. So it starts with the block code, and then the older you get into, by the time you hit 5th grade and the middle school, then you're starting to work with HTML coding. They have a different, let me kind of show you the course catalog to show you how this is set up. They have recommended courses that are all set up for you for elementary school and then middle school levels and then even into high school. And you can click on these and it will show you a little bit more about each of these lessons and what they're about. When you scroll down, you can get the first full course catalog. It talks about Hour of Code if you want to participate in that. There's projects that you can assign your kids to do. There's just a lot of information here, and I'm not going to take time to show it all to you, but if you are interested in introducing coding to your classroom or want another site to do this, this is an excellent one to do with your students.